Hi everyone, my name is Valeria.
Mi nombre es María.
Hi, I'm David.
Mi nombre es Joselinda.
And I am a volunteer with Tenants United Santa Ana.
Tenants United Santa Ana.
Tenants United Santa Ana.
Tenants United Santa Ana.
Tenants United Santa Ana has been working on a rent control campaign, and we would like to update the community of Santa Ana on exactly where we're at.
We started gathering signatures on February 1st to push the ballot initiative for November 2020. And we are still fighting for rent control and just cause, but we've stopped collecting signatures door to door in order to comply with the stay-at-home orders. We have shifted our energies to respond to the immediate needs of the community during these times. As the uncertainty sets in, many are unsure about how they're going to be able to pay their rent in the upcoming months.
To support Santa Ana tenants, our response has included taking calls and messages from tenants on our Tenants' Rights hotline and social media on a daily basis. We have also been pressuring City Council to fulfill our demands, which includes an extensive and accessible rental relief fund, a moratorium on evictions and utilities, and a rent freeze. We have been successful in convincing them to meet our demands in an eviction moratorium which defends Santa Ana renters for non-payment of rent due to the coronavirus, creating a larger rental assistance fund, and a rent freeze.
However, the freeze on rent increases only extends to May 31st, and we are still demanding they extend it to match the moratorium, because it simply does not make sense for renters to face rent increases while they are still struggling to pay back the debt they took on during the pandemic. Now more than ever, rent control is needed to help minimize displacement, as people are having to repay back rent in addition to rent that is currently due.
We've had email campaigns to council members, consistent turnouts of people making e-comments and speaking during city council meetings, and we've been strategically crafting our message to push council on behalf of tenants on the front lines.
We've earned a lot of new followers since the beginning of the pandemic, so we'd like to give a little bit of background and context on the rent control fight in Santa Ana. In 2017, Luz Santana asked City Council to pass rent control. As city officials, they had the power to do so right then and there, but they chose not to. So, we decided to push for rent control through a ballot initiative where the people could vote on their own behalf.
We are only about 400 signatures short of the 10,000 signatures we needed to get it on the ballot. The City Council had the opportunity again to recognize the upswell of support and enact a rent control ordinance right then and there, but they chose not to. They proved to us again that the protections we need will have to be fought for at the grassroots level.
This is why in 2020 we have come back stronger than ever. Since our last campaign, we have been strengthening our coalition of resident volunteers and nonprofit organizations, which has allowed us to create a new and stronger rent control and just cause ordinance that provides more protections that tenants in Santa Ana need and deserve.
While the stay-at-home orders are in place, we are reaching out to volunteers who were trained to canvass to help us with phone banking. Once the order has been lifted, we will be returning to collect people's signatures door to door.
If you're registered to vote, or if you know anyone who is, we still need to gather 11,000 signatures by June to put it on the November ballot. Help us by submitting an e-comment to City Council in support of extending the rent freeze. And if you've been impacted by COVID-19, please call our hotline.
We know that the financial impacts of COVID-19 will be long-term. And now, more than ever, we must fight for a rent control ordinance passed for the people, by the people.